Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time to dive into the vast world of Raft. If you don't know anything about this game, you're definitely in for a treat. I just love it. We are basically stranded on this tiny little platform, and in the beginning we have to make do with the materials we encounter floating around. We need to gather up materials such as planks, palm leaves and plastics in order to get ourselves started. Of course, these barrels are always the tastiest thing, and we have our little friend Bruce right here, who is basically going to destroy our raft without mercy. He's constantly here, a pretty annoying bugger. Here we already have our first island. Unfortunately, I do not have the means to craft an anchor just yet, so I think we're gonna skip this one and just keep on collecting. With Tab, we can open up our crafting menu, and there are many categories and many more things to discover. In the beginning, we cannot quite do everything, but what I definitely want is a building hammer, so we can go ahead and actually expand our platform a little bit. As far as I know, there's virtually no limit as to how big you can make your raft, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Throughout this video, I'm going to skip an awful lot of content just because we will be getting nowhere otherwise. Looks like I have enough materials in order to actually survive. We need to drink and eat very soon, but more importantly, I need an anchor. Let me see, that's gonna be right there, throwable anchor. We need a couple of ropes, we can already craft them. And with the anchor, we will be able to make halt at the next island. Oh, hello, buddy. I think I need to take care of this. So let's have a look at the weapons and maybe craft a spear. Probably one of the first things we want to build is a sail. This is going to help us to decide in which direction we want to float. For instance, right now I would like to go to this island over there. So let's set course for that. Of course, there's also a day and night cycle. It doesn't really do anything other than just making things darker. Probably in the beginning, what we need is a simple purifier. We need to purify the water. For that, we just need to set this down. And we also want to craft an empty cup. So we can grab some salt water and actually place it in there. We also need to add a couple of planks. And there we go, water is on its way. We also want to make sure to expand the platform a little bit so the shark actually attacks platforms with nothing important on them. Otherwise, things are just going to be destroyed. Alright, there we go. That should be good enough. Let's grab the anchor and put it in there. Unfortunately, that's just a one-time use thing, but we will be able to craft better anchors. Also time for our first drink. Thank you very much. That was indeed needed. If I can, I'm also gonna place a simple grill, and yes, indeed, I can. So this is gonna go right here, and we should be able to cook maybe a potato and a beet. I want to make sure that I keep at least one of each, so we can grow some more. But let's put that raw potato on there, place a couple of planks, and we should be golden. We are then gonna visit this first island in the hopes of finding a little more extra food, and of course, well, you have to be careful. The shark attacks all the time, is very annoying, but we will find ways to deal with it. That's what I'm talking about. Watermelon, very important in the beginning. We get some seeds, but we can also just eat it up and make sure we don't die right in the beginning. Pineapple, just as important. We grab those. And of course, on top of the island, you sometimes find a goodie, such a crate with lots of stuff in it. Now, in the water around the island, you have to scavenge for parts. And of course, that's gonna be quite literally the most annoying thing in the beginning, since we get attacked by Shark Boy the entire time. Also, my hook is already broken again. Let's get another plastic hook. And now I'm all out of plastics, which is really bad. If we can now, we should take care of our food situation, which seems to be possible. We can make a small crop plot. That is probably the best thing we can do right in the beginning. So let's go ahead and set this up right here. Oh, no, Bruce, don't do that. Come on, leave my raft alone, thank you. We want to plant one potato and 2 beets in this case. And then we also want to make sure we actually water this. So fresh water goes right in there. And of course, we want to make sure we always have some new fresh water ready. Also, let's grab that cooked potato and already eat it up. In the beginning, if you cannot grab everything from one island, don't worry, you're gonna cross these islands all the freaking time. And right now, it's probably more important we get our food and water situation under control, which we can also do floating around. And we will be able to stock up on the general materials, maybe already put down some storages. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now, just float around and collect materials, expand this platform a little bit, make sure we get the food situation under control, maybe even start some fishing, which should be possible. Yeah, fishing rod right there, we just need rope and planks. So see ya in a bit when we have reached the next stage of this. Fresh new morning, fresh island. As promised, I spent my time drifting a little bit, collecting materials, getting my food situation more or less under control. Well, I basically constantly have to eat, but we will get better food and means of cooking. Everything that glows in the slightest you are able to pick up. And of course you should be very careful in the beginning because, well, you don't want to die, especially in normal difficulty mode since you are going to drop all your items. I already set up 2 storage chests in order to get rid of some of the items I have too much of or that are just clogging up my inventory. Hold on, I need to replant a couple of things, fresh water, and let's add new water immediately. Your crops you actually want to protect from birds, so that is another aspect you have to keep in mind. However, at the moment I'm a little bit low on health, so I need to wait. What I wanted to show you next is the research table. This is one of the first things you need to craft as well. Let's place that right here, have a look in it. We basically can analyze a couple of things. Let's do the starter items, so palm leaf, and you will be able to see a list of things you can unlock. If we research the plank, we will be able to unlock the chair. So let's go ahead and do that. Not that a chair is the most important thing, but just so we get the hang of the basics. What I actually would like to unlock is the lantern, especially in terms of being able to record videos. That is definitely something I need. We also learned the medium crop pots for bigger crops, but you can only plant 2 of them, so it's not really a larger version of the small crop plot. With that out of the way, let's craft the lantern right away, so during the next night I'm actually gonna have some illumination going on. We can probably also research plastics. Yeah, that was probably not the worst of ideas. And a scarecrow. We just need a nail. We can actually do that. Oh, no, leave my crops. Ah, jeez. Wanna eat my freaking potatoes. Here, resources, nails. Let's just craft one of those so we can input it here into our research table and learn ourselves a scarecrow. Oh, actually, we need one more nail. No problem. There you go. Scarecrow, couple of materials. No problem for us at this point. And I'm just gonna plot that down right here before the crops. Now we should be able to go on an exploration spree without worrying about these. Oh, no. If you hit the shark in the right moment, you should actually be able to fend him off, but I need to practice that. From the ground in the water, I received some sand, some clay, and copper. Metal ore is also down there, and even more stuff, which of course is gonna come in very handy. Actually, thinking about it, we might want to research those items as well, especially sand should be possible, right? No, actually not at this point. But we can research the clay, which is gonna give us access to the clay bowl. We're gonna learn that right away for cooking. And what we probably want to go for is the smelter. For that, we still need a dry brick. Let's actually see if we can craft that. Yeah, there we go. We have access to the wet brick, so we're gonna craft one of those. And of course we need to dry it in the sun, so let's just place it right here and wait for it. The next important thing for me is gonna be the collection net. This is gonna make it so much easier to collect materials by them just floating inside of the net. So let's grab a rope, research that, and we wanna unlock the net right away. Plank, palm leaves, and scrap metal are gonna be the materials in order to craft many of these, which we can find mostly by drifting around and collecting the barrels especially. And we are back. We have reached the next stage of evolution in Raft. Namely, I got myself a permanent anchor, and you can see I also have plenty of collection nets now. My cooking and crafting station also has been expanded tremendously. You can see we now have the upgraded purifier, so I don't have to use up my firewood anymore. I've also got myself a nice cooking grill where I can grill 3 things at a time. We have plenty of materials. I also collected some stuff such as metal ingots that I'm now smelting up, by the way, in this smeltery right here. Another copper ingot is ready at this moment. Actually, to not waste any time, I'm placing in another one right away. I also got plenty of basic materials, as you can see here, so we are basically ready to rock and roll. In terms of research, we now also have access to electricity and batteries and everything like that, so this is gonna get more and more interesting. We can now also make the upgraded hook, which I basically want to learn right now. I also would like to get myself a metal axe the next time I can. I also would like to get the better fishing rod. Maybe a metal spear wouldn't be the worst of things to happen to me. Another thing I would like to go for is the cooking pot. For that we still need some vine goo, so that is another thing we might potentially be able to collect in this area. Now I need to be careful. I've had a couple of encounters with the shark that weren't very pleasant, I have to admit. And it really sucks. I first thought you drop your entire inventory and then you can go ahead and pick it up again, but it actually gets deleted, so that was a little bit devastating. But anyway, so let's go ahead and pick up everything from this island. I also want to cut down the trees, use up my axe. Come on, get me up there. Now, looking around this island, I don't think we're actually going to be successful in finding vines. So we shall go to the next island in this case. At the moment, we still don't have the ability to turn around the raft. So I need to make sure that we don't bump into anything. So my raft always goes forward. This way I can collect as many things as possible. Also new to the mix is this nest. This is actually giving us feathers and occasionally also eggs. I haven't seen an egg just yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get there. There we go. Get up the anchor. Oh, yeah, absolutely wonderful. But this thing is definitely massive. But there we go. We are drifting away from the island. That should be a secure path now. And we're going forward again. At this point, I don't really focus on collecting the materials anymore. If we drift for long enough, I'm just accumulating so much. Look at this. I mean, this is just absolutely insane. My biggest problem at the moment are the scrap parts. I need to collect more of those, but this was an actual bad island, so maybe we're gonna be more lucky at the next one. Now let's have a look at that weapon. What do we need? A metal ingot and a bolt. Actually, 2 metal ingots, so that is a little bit of a pity. We definitely want to go for the next island. Oh, no, you don't. Ah, my spear might break. Oh, come on. Such a pity. Well, I can replace that. Joke's on you, Bruce. There are gonna be more interesting things to come, such as the sprinkler, though at the moment I'm mostly living off of fish because, well, it seems to be much easier. You get a lot of hunger back. The ultimate thing, though, is definitely gonna be the cooking station. So it looks as though vine goo and also the circuit board are the next things that I would like to discover. Yeah, that's definitely what we need. In order to progress the story, we want to craft the antenna and also the receiver. So that's going to be important. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and drift a little bit more. Maybe soon enough, it's actually time to make a second level for my raft. Essentially, in order to make a second level, we're going to need support pillars and we're obviously also going to need a staircase. So maybe let's set up the staircase first, though for that I need the darn nails. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's all dependent on scrap at this point. But we can still go ahead and do whatever we can in order to set up the deck, the next one. And as I said, in order to succeed with that, we are going to need a couple of pillars. I'm going to set up my first pillar right here. Now let's go ahead and do a platform. Pillars can support a platform 1 away from their current location. So I could set up platforms all away. Hold the phone. I need planks. Give me a couple of those. Thank you very much. This is so much more convenient now that all the material collection is basically automatic. But there we go, this is already the limit. So this is what 1 pillar can support. So if we calculate this, the next pillar would be right here in order to be able to make this platform complete. Alright then, I'm gonna be right back at the next interesting island. See you over there. And here we go, already arrived at the next island and I can already see the vines. So these are the plants where we will be getting vine from. And all we have to do is possibly cook it up. But of course, Bruce, I need a new spear. Maybe that is the best thing to craft right now so we can fend him off. I actually practiced a little bit. All we need is 1 additional metal ingot, which I believe should be this one right there. Give me that. Thank you very much. Bruce, stay away. Gonna take that copper ingot and put in a metal one. It is actually called seaweed, but all you have to do is put it into the furnace as well. Let's just wait for that one to cook up and we have everything else ready. We can actually already make the bolt. Let's grab those 2 ingots I already have. And we're gonna craft ourselves a bolt. No problem, with bare hands. Come on, boots. You're wasting daylight. Thank you very much. And we're gonna put in the seaweed. Actually, do we need more? No, that seems to be working already. Okay, let's craft ourselves a magnificent spear. Now, I feel a little more secure dropping into the water. Let's see, what does he do? Nothing at the moment. So we are just gonna pick one thing up. Oh, the scrap hook is something I need. He's not interested in me at the moment. That is a good news. Oh, I think he's coming for me. Yeah, there we go. So as soon as he opens up his mouth, you have to spear kick him and then you have the time to pick up 1 item. It is a little bit tedious, but that's how it goes without the fish bait. Oh, of course you have to know where he is. Give me that and give me that. Now he's gonna kick my butt once again, probably. Yeah. Why do you have to do it on the other side of the... You're so annoying, you know that. Oh, actually, we managed to kill him. So this is the perfect moment. We should pick everything up he gives us. He's got some good stuff. And now we actually have a little bit of time to collect a couple of materials. So that was actually good timing. Gonna grab myself all the metals and scrap metals that I can. Plenty of scrap on this island. This was actually a good one. A good haul. I'm not gonna collect any more stones because I don't see the usefulness of them. They are just accumulating at this point, but we need clay, sand and everything else. Okay, looks like Bruce is back. Well, never mind. The respawn time is definitely not long enough. However, at this point I collected more than enough scrap in order to craft myself a few better things. For instance, the scrap hook. That is definitely one thing I want to do right away. We got the vine goo. That is also good. Let's get some metal ore going. Oh, actually, I'm also capable of researching the vines themselves, or the seaweed. But the vine goo, I believe, is what I want to research first of all. And with that out of the way, we have unlocked many things, such as the cooking pot that I definitely want to learn and install soon enough, and also flippers. If they make me faster in water, I definitely want to get them on. We now also have access to the basic bow, so maybe killing the shark could be a good solution before we go on a exploration spree. Also, the circuit board I want to learn. An empty bottle can be filled with lots of water, so I guess that's a little bit better than the cup, actually. I also want to learn the battery. I'm gonna use that sooner or later. And if we unlocked the bow, we definitely also want to unlock the metal arrow, though hopefully I can recollect them, otherwise they would be extremely expensive, right? Good, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and cook up a few things, such as Bruce's meat. I'm gonna eat it right in front of him, I presume. But yeah, there we go. That was the latest update. I'm gonna see you in probably a couple of hours when we have progressed a little bit further. Actually, I lied, it's not hours later, it's just like 20 minutes or so later. I decided to make a second furnace, set up another chest, so we are well prepared for what's to come. However, now we want to unlock the antenna and the receiver, both of which we should be able to craft by now. The receiver is gonna take us 2 circuit boards and 1 hinge, so let's get the materials for that. And we have 2 vine goos already ready, some more are being prepared. Let's actually do more of the vine goo. Now we can craft a couple of circuit boards and we should be able to do the receiver. No, I'm missing planks. Actually, I totally forgot. I'm not really missing anything here. Craft a receiver, thank you very much. And we're gonna place that bad boy right here on the top. Gonna add it somewhat in the middle here because we need to surround it by some antennas that need to have a certain distance away from it. But I also want to grab my sail and put it on the top because I have a better overview there. So you're gonna go right here, smack in the middle. Of course, within resources, there we go. We need a little bit more scrap, which we might be able to get. Just 1 more copper bar, I'm grabbing that. Scrap. Let me see, we have a crate here. Yeah, there we go, we got some scrap. Now we can craft ourselves a battery, which I don't have the space for. And you're gonna go right in that slot. Now I can turn it on, however, it's not gonna function unless I add the antennas. We're gonna need another few circuit boards, some scrap and also a bolt. The scrap is gonna be, as per usual, the biggest problem. Copper ingot, no problem at all, I got plenty of those. Actually, thinking about this, we might want to set up another storage. That requires scrap as well. The scrap, man, I hate it. You little booger. No, he got away with it this time. Well, we can already prepare some materials. For instance, we require 3 bolts. And we should also already be able to do the 3 circuit boards, right? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I believe I have enough for at least 1 craft, so we shall do that already. Get me that antenna. We're gonna place the first antenna right here in the corner as far away as possible from my machine. And now if we turn this thing on, we can already see antenna 1 is working and it seems to be connected. Oh, by the way, I also made the water bottle and upgraded tools, as you can see. Life is absolutely wonderful. I could actually use a little drink, and until we are at that island over there, I'm gonna do some fishing. Killing the shark before doing anything else has now become my new preferred method. I can actually hit him about 3 times, just need to have the correct timing and then swim a little bit after him. So it's not actually taking that long to kill him. There we go, and we also get plenty of meat. Now we have the time to do some looting. Give me scrap, that's all I need at this point. Looks like this is actually a perfect island for scrap. It's everywhere. And you can see the scrap hook works at least twice as fast. Wonderful. Let's sort out a couple of materials and now we should be able to do those antennas. Oh, wait, I put the circuit board back. 1, 2 antennas. Oh yes, looking forward to this. So this is the first part of the story basically. Now we're getting somewhere. You're gonna go right there. And then I'm gonna set up a 3rd antenna at the next corner. Now they're connected a little bit weird. I guess I'm gonna put the antennas up in the future, or maybe down even, but there we go. Let's turn it on and we can see the first coordinates we have to go to on the radar. If we just continue in our current direction, I believe we should get there. Actually, let me go ahead and lift the anchor. So we first want to drive away from the island a little bit, and then I guess we should be good, right? Yeah, look at this. We're actually getting closer. So at this point, I'm just gonna turn it on occasionally so we don't use up the entire battery in one go. But there we go. Let's freaking do this. I'm gonna meet you right there at our destination. Alrighty, we are back, and as promised, I am at the first coordinates. What I'm gonna do is a little bit of parkouring all the way up there, where I'm gonna find a note with the new coordinates. I don't want to spoil too much. There are gonna be a couple of chests, probably, maybe some other secrets to find, and messages that progress the story mostly. So I'm gonna skip that all for you, and I'm gonna meet you back once I have the coordinates. Some good news, there is plenty of scraps all around this structure. I love this. That's what I'm talking about. We seem to be on the search for utopia. And we get a blueprint, a note as I promised, and there is even a different note. I also found a new cooking recipe and a couple of bolts and hinges. That is gonna be quite handy, even a piece of glass. Lovely, let's jump back to my raft. Oh, hopefully that's gonna go well. Oh, actually I should be collecting some more materials, but before we do that, we probably have to fend off Bruce one time. Hello buddy, I wanna get to my raft. Get rid of a couple of excess materials I have with me. Look at this, I also have my cooking pot now available, and all we have to do is put the recipe here. Let's do everything with fruits on the right side. So right here is gonna be my next recipe, and I can start cooking a few things, which are gonna last much longer than the stuff I just put on the grill. Hold the phone, Bruce. No, you don't do that. And of course my spear had to break. You little bastard. Now within my notebook I should have new coordinates 6670, and we shall make use of that immediately. So if we turn this on and put this to, let me see, that needs to be 6. Then we move over 6, that would be 7 and 0. There we go. These are our new coordinates right over here. Wonderful. So we have our new heading, no problemo. Before I leave this place though, I definitely want to collect some more materials, maybe kill the shark one more time. This just became so much easier since I decided to kill him every time. And this should give me ample opportunity to loot this place empty, maybe get some more scrap. That's always the most important part right now. Alrighty, we have reached the next destination. I kept on expanding my raft a little bit, but there it is, the cruise ship destination. Unfortunately, it is nighttime, but I know what we could do. I just realized we can build a couple of things and other things we can unlock. For instance, I can use this empty water bottle in order to do some more research. And now we have actually accessibility to, what was that? The binoculars and also the oxygen bottle. As it turns daytime, maybe another thing we can do is exchange the battery. This battery is almost dead, and I just realized we should be able to research the battery as well. So if I put that in here, I can research it, which unlocked the headlight. I definitely want to learn that. Looks like I have to decide which one I want to carry. Cannot do the water bottle and the headlight at the same time. Anyways, before I do anything else, let me get some beets ready. And I also want to grab my potatoes. And what we're gonna do is some cooking now. We need 4 pieces. It doesn't matter which one. We can do 2 beets, 2 potatoes. We can do 4 potatoes. It doesn't really matter. But we're gonna do a mix of potatoes and beets. Place planks. There we go. And cooking everything up. Great stuff. Dude, how long are you gonna take to cook this? Oh, never mind. 1 vegetable soup for me, please. Right here. Let's drink some up. You can see it doesn't fill extremely much, but the hunger bar actually changed in a way so that the food is gonna last for very long. At least this last little bit is gonna last much longer than usual. Alright, now let's go ahead and explore the ship. This is gonna be amazing. I think at this point we are going to have access to the wheel, which finally allows us to turn around the raft. One very welcome new ability. Pick up mechanical part. What? Mighty interesting. I have the feeling we're gonna find lots of scrap in this place. Oh, hello. I almost forgot about you. Authorized personnel only. Darn it. You know what? This is the perfect moment to test out the headlight. Oh yeah, I just love it. I basically had the perfect timing building this. Oh, okay. Are you serious? Holy cow, that was uncomfortable to say the least. Requires a bolt cutter. Okay, we have to find the bolt cutter. Where are you? Pick up red key. Intriguing. By the way, all these items are actually showing up here, and I seem to be able to use them in some way or the other. Requires electrical wires, lighters, gas tanks, bullets. Okay, well, I don't want to give away too much. This might be interesting for you to explore. Oh, that's what I needed. So I'm not going to show any more of this unless it's relevant to my video. Jeez, this turned into a horror game quite quickly. Found myself an additional recipe. Taking that, I'm just sorting out some of my stuff here. Alrighty, I'm here at the upper deck. It basically came down to us finding all the parts throughout the ship in order to find a bomb. It's kind of a puzzle, a labyrinth, but that's what it came down to. So let's use the bomb. Maybe let's get away a little bit. Oh. Balboa. Alright, seems we have new coordinates. That is good. We also have the blueprint for the steering wheel and the blueprint for the engine. I'm gladly taking those. Cool, looks like we're done with our looting spree. I don't presume we can get up there. If I can, I'm actually gonna collect a couple more scrap metals here. I wouldn't mind the extra resources at all. This means theoretically we are now able to learn these parts. The engine, I'm taking that, and please, steering wheel, where the heck are you? Right there. That's gonna be so useful. The engine, I presume as well, but let's go for the steering wheel first. Looks like you can actually either take bolts or hinges, which is absolutely fantastic. So you don't even need both. For the time being, I don't care much about the placement. I just wanna see, can we rotate this thing? Actually, maybe we need to weigh the anchor. Something happening? Can I? Yeah, look at this. We can turn around the boat. Oh, I'm so happy. Our new coordinates are 6, 7, 7, 1. So let's put them in. And 1. There we go. Where is that exactly? Oh no, that is actually quite in a different direction. So why don't we just release the sails and then use the steering wheel to turn around this island? Huh, I feel like a captain now. You know what? We're gonna replace a couple of things. This sail can go in the back for now. Okay, next destination is gonna take a while. Maybe I'm actually gonna visit 1 or 2 islands before we go to that destination in order to stock up on my metals and other materials. Alright, we found ourselves at the very first really big island, and maybe 2 important things to point out here. I found a bear, which actually gave me some leather, but there are also these honeycombs, so we should be able to farm bees as of this point. There's actually another bear. Maybe we can get him. It shouldn't be too hard. He actually has a huge attack animation, so no problem there. And he has a beautiful ragdoll animation. But more importantly, we get some raw meat and leather from it. I've also seen some birds running around. It almost looked like a dodo. So maybe that is something we can farm eventually. Can we unlock anything with the honeycomb? It looks like indeed we can. Some honey, definitely gonna do that. Wow, you require a glass for that. Fortunately enough, we have plenty of those. Let's craft a honey jar. For shits and giggles, I made myself a trophy board. And we're gonna put the bear head right on there. Jeez, honey can be used to create biofuel? Well, that's gonna be useful. Oh, we should also research leather, of course. Nice. Yeah, Bruce, do your thing. At this point, I think we need to unlock the sweep net. Maybe we can catch a bunch of bees this way and then fill up a bee jar. The darn vine goo is gonna be my downfall, but I have all the materials. Great stuff. Let's see if we can catch some bees. Oh, look at this. There's an actual bird. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Anyways, let me see. Can I catch you? Oh, I did it. We got the bee jars. Oh, hello. Okay, I gotta fight you again. Well, I guess in case of the bear, it's actually useful to have a quick respawn rate, so we can grab all the leather and meat we require. Wonderful. With the bee jar, we should be able to research even more stuff, namely the beehive. And 4 pieces of clay. Amazing. So I guess that officially makes us beekeepers. At this point, I believe we should unlock the net launcher as well. That might be useful. Wonder what ammunition that's gonna take. Plastic, metal ingot, bolts, easy peasy. Okay, I had to look this up. It actually requires some ammo that I cannot make just yet. So in the storage it goes. One thing I would have liked to find on this island is actually a little bit of dirt. I even made myself this handy dandy shovel. This looks like dirt. Come on. I circumvented the entire island once, didn't find any dirt or other useful materials other than scrap. Good thing is Bruce left me alone for the most part and I'm happy with bees and bears. Let's get to the next location. Alrighty, we are at the next stage, at the next destination, namely this enormous island that we can now explore. However, before we do that, let me update you on what we've added here, namely engines. I wasn't able to reach this destination with sails only, and you can see one of these engines is capable of carrying about 100 foundations. 2 engines would have been enough already for this setup, but I thought, why not be a little bit faster and thorough? The way this works is you have 2 directions for forwards and backwards, and all you have to do is load up a couple of planks until it is full. So this is just running on planks, very easy to maintain, and naturally the best way to actually float upstream. Now, before we explore this island, I would like to stock up on a couple of materials. We have plenty of food, but what I'm gonna need is another water bottle since I used that up. We already have plenty of food from killing bears, sharks and rats. I added a couple of chests as well as more furnaces to be more efficient and tidy. I'm gonna take with me the headlight in case we need to explore something and the sweep net to catch some more bugs. Now, I suspect in order to make this beehive work, we're actually going to need flowers all around it. I believe that is the indication here. So just in case we come across some dirt, I'm also gonna grab my shovel. The spear seems to be good still, though we could use a backup. But I presume we're gonna fill up our inventory and have to come back anyways. Now, I discovered a little cave entrance over there. That seems to be the way we want to take. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and do this. I now also have my flippers, and you can see we are substantially faster at this point. So hopefully Bruce is not gonna bother us right now. And here we are inside of the cliff in the island. There is already a structure that I definitely want to explore, but let's see how we get up there. Looks like we have to watch out for bears. Okay, and there's another warning sign. So I'm gonna take this seriously, but let's get up the path. If I were to bet here, we have to find all of the relay stations and activate something. Oh, hello buddy. Take it easy, take it easy. I fear I should have taken another spear with me. Oh, look at that. There's a goat. I'm gonna love animal husbandry in this game. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my... Dude, what is all of this? Oh no, this looks extremely toxic. Intriguing. We got a little jump parkour here. We can totally do this. There we go. Wonderful. I just figured out you can actually also run away from bears. But here we are at hopefully the first relay station. Wow, looks like someone had a really good life here. Wonderful. Now, the only question is, what do we have to grab or activate? There we go. I found it. Oh no, that didn't look good. 1 of 3 relay stations active. Alright, there are only 3. I'm actually glad about that. That's what I'm talking about. The biofuel refiner. Gladly taking that. Wild berries. Okay, that's something new. Don't mind if I do. Is this a cave? Oh no, oh no. Okay, we need a katana or something to break that. But right now I have to run away from the bear. Oh no. Alrighty, we've completed this island. I totally recommend you to do it. Well, you actually have to. There are plenty of recipes you get from it. But there are a bunch of puzzles such as distracting Mama Bear, getting the bridge down, additional notes and achievements. It was actually a lot of fun. Anyways, back on my raft, let me show you what we've discovered. So finally, we now, let me see, I think I put it in here. We have the blueprint for the machete. Hold the phone. You little booger, you. We also have the blueprint for a fuel tank and a fuel pipe. And of course, we've already established we have the blueprint for, what was that? The headlight and the biofuel refiner. So all of that is going to come into play, hopefully together with these machines, so I don't have to use up my wood anymore. Also, another thing that I have plenty of now is mushrooms. We might be able to grow those in a cave-like environment. And if I'm not mistaken, I've also stacked up some dirt. Look at that. We've actually found those also in caves, and I was able to dig it up with a shovel. It was just kind of some dirt pile that I was able to pick up. But yeah, with that out of the way, we have completed this island. I've also received the coordinates for the new thing, which is a caravan town, 9525. So we shall go ahead and actually set this up. 2 and 5. And there we go. And of course, my battery just gave up. Shouldn't be too hard though. I have plenty of materials to fix that. I wonder what we have to do with the old battery. Do we just chug it out? But there we go. On to new adventures. Where is it? It is 1,800 units away. See you later. We have reached the next destination. I already explored it a little bit, and I have to say it is kind of annoying because of this bird that always wants to dump some stone. I've never seen birds aggressive like this. Take cover. Come on. Anyways, I discovered the explosive goo. You actually get that from a specific kind of fish. I'm gonna show you that right away. And after a while, I figured it's probably the easiest to just kill them using a bow and an arrow. There we go. I actually already found a fish that we can kill. Now, you want to keep your distance from them. Just shoot like 3 or 4 arrows and just keep away from them until they are dead. Now, before we collect its body, we want to grab our arrows back and then we can get some explosive goo. Easy as that. You want to smelt that up in order to get the explosive powder. Right here we have another one for the taking. You are gonna be my next victim. This island here is dedicated for you to get the zipline. I've already done the first 2 puzzles, which took me quite a few hours, I have to be honest. But I figured it out in the end and then I kind of got stuck. What we can do now is actually launch a rocket. In order to do that, I have to find my way up and actually find that rocket. I believe, yeah, it was over there. We also found more creatures for the taking. This is actually a really good island. Also down in the sea, you actually get tons of materials. But there we go. Requires explosive powder. Hold the phone. Oh no, I forgot it on the boat. Oh man, let's get back there. Yeah, I was preparing it right here. Oh jeez, this bird. Come on, we can do this. Explosive powder. Wow. So what this is gonna do is hopefully get us the last part. Yeah, there we go. It is actually now dropping with a parachute. Great stuff. Even though this was the one thing I had to look up, this was actually the easiest puzzle. There we go. We're almost up. Leave me alone. Never mind. Let's get the last zipline part. Pick this up, whatever that is. Major Tom, not the best astronaut, but not the worst either. And we got the blueprint for some fireworks. With all these parts out of the way, we should be able to unlock the zipline. Let's get into the building in the center of the town. There it is, a bunch of tools. I have 3 zipline parts. You can now research zipline tool. That's what we came here for. And it seems as though I already got one. We can equip that and we should be able to zipline. Amazing. Oh my gosh, look at that. A bunch of pigs. Leave me alone. Oh, you little mongrel, you. Yeah. Oh, okay, pigs are aggressive. Let's get out of here. At this point, it's probably wise to unlock the zipline as well as the zipline tool. And what I also want to do is the metal detector. That might be interesting to figure out. Time to cook up some explosive powder. Maybe we can grab some animals, though I should probably now take care of the beehives and grass plots. Very well. Got myself a second beehive. We're gonna plot that right here. What we also need is small crop plots filled with flowers that I don't have yet. Gonna have you right there and then another beehive, just like that. Thinking about this, I probably want to have this under a roof in order to prevent more birds from actually picking my flowers. And we should be able to make a simple roof such as this. And then as soon as I have some flowers here, we should be getting new honeycombs, which I'm gonna need for the next contraption, which is going to be the biofuel refinery. Let's get that. Materials are actually pretty easy for this one, so no problem there. Now we'll have to see how we want to set this up. I got plenty of meat here that I don't really need, so let's try to input that. How much are you gonna take? Okay, it's actually already full. Leave? Okay, I have no weapon. You bastard. Now I can grab my honey and we should be able to input it right there. And it is now creating some biofuel for us. Just in case this doesn't work, I'm also gonna set up a scarecrow right here. Great, and now we have our first little packet of biofuel. Actually, I got some more from my questing. So what we're gonna need next, I presume, is the fuel tank. Let's craft one of those. Plenty of plastic, some plank, and 2 bolts. Easy peasy. Oh, actually not easy peasy. I don't have any more wood. That is unfortunate. So we will have to drift for a while. Alright guys, I decided to wrap up this episode using the metal detector. I realized there are still so many things that we can do with our raft, including farming, using pipes and everything, and also all the animal husbandry, and of course expanding our raft and actually making it beautiful. I really think I've shown already enough of the game in order to prove that it is actually a really cool concept. I hope they are gonna do a lot more work on this. However, if you do want the second episode, then let me know down in the comment section and also by liking the video. I would definitely be glad to deliver you a second part in the same style. So it might take a while, a week or so, because, well, I hope you realize there is a lot of work going into this one video. But yeah, just to show off the metal detector, you can actually see the closer you come, the more lights are gonna shine. And in this case, the scrap was actually right there. Now, I had to use a shovel in order to dig it up, and I believe we have to use it maybe 2 more times to do that. And now we can go ahead and pick it up. So nothing too complex to understand about that. I also realized you can input the biofuel into the machine directly just using the jars, and it's actually gonna fill it up completely. But maybe now, if we're lucky, we have enough materials in order to do the tanks. Yeah, looks like I just need a couple of bolts. And there we go, we have our first fuel tank. We should be able to smack that right there in the center. I already reinforced the back part, so the shark is not going to take that away from us anymore. And of course, what we need now is a couple of these fuel pipes. Now, let me see. We want to attach those more or less intelligently. Actually, thinking about it, we could go ahead and rotate this. Oh, I totally forgot that I just deleted the entire fuel I had in there. Well, it happens, I guess. Because what I wanted to do is rotate this around and put it right there. So we have it more convenient in terms of piping it up. Actually, for symmetry's sake, I'm gonna put this one further away. Let me go ahead and rebuild this quickly. So we're gonna add that right here. Perfect and symmetrical. Love it. What happens if I just do that? Okay, it seems to be routing them automatically. That means we can hook this up like so. I just love it. Give me some more scrap and we're gonna pipe the rest up as well. So we can have one here, one there, and I need one more that goes right here. Wonderful. Okay, let's grab our biofuel. Where could that be? I probably put it in here, and we should be able to just place that in here. It looks as though we have the space for 3 pieces of biofuel, and it just actually took a little bit in order to fuel up the machine. Wonderful. Now we shouldn't be running into problems anymore. What I have to do now is board up the entirety of my raft, so shark attacks are not going to be a problem anymore. But yeah, doing everything with the animals, expanding everything, making it beautiful, and exploring the rest of the features would be a topic for the next episode in case you are interested. But with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.